this episode of Cape Media News. Yarmouth prepares for their annual town meeting. DY School District mourns the loss of high school principal, and a deeper look into the Cape's housing crisis. These stories and more tonight on Cape Media News. Good evening and welcome to Cape Media News, your source for hyperlocal news that matters. I'm Mitch Sock. There are already 6 different breakfast on-the-go business chains within the 2-mile section of Route 134 and Route 28, including 3 Dunkin' Donuts, a Honeydew, Burger King, and a Starbucks. But now, Dennis residents can break their breakfast habits and try something new. The Bagel Dudes, formerly known as the Bagel Shop, is a new addition to the Harvey Plaza on Route 134 in South Dennis. As a family-owned and operated business, it originated in Beverly, Massachusetts in 2015. Since then, it has rapidly expanded to 6 franchises in Massachusetts, with a 7th location opening soon in Falmouth. Bagel Dudes offers over 15 types of freshly baked bagels, 25 flavors of coffee, 10 plus schmears and spreads, and a variety of breakfast and lunch sandwiches. Their extensive selection provides options for bagel lovers of all tastes and preferences, ensuring there's something for everyone to enjoy. Located next to Ring Brothers, the Bagel Dudes have taken over the old Dunkin' Donuts space at Harvey Plaza. As they continue to expand their franchise, they are sure to become a popular destination for bagel enthusiasts and coffee lovers alike in the Mid-Cape area. Get those resumes ready because a new hiring event is coming to Hyannis next week. The Mass Hire Cape and Islands Career Center has announced that it will be hosting its first annual hospitality job rally from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Cape Cod Resort in Hyannis on April 24th, 2023. The event aims to connect employers and job seekers in the hospitality industry. Employers from all areas of the hospitality industry, including resorts, restaurants, and entertainment venues, are encouraged to attend and showcase their full-time, part-time, year-round, and seasonal job opportunities. Mass Hire will provide a range of resources leading up to the event to promote job openings via email, job boards, and its database of local job seekers. Job seekers age 16 and up are invited to attend and explore the dynamic field of hospitality with opportunities ranging from housekeeping, bartending, landscaping, drivers, sound and lighting, bookkeeping, management, and more. In addition to applying for jobs, Mass Hire will also showcase the resources available to job seekers through its Career Center. The Mass Hire Cape and Islands Hospitality Job Rally is a celebration of the hospitality industry that is the backbone of life on Cape Cod. The event will feature door prizes, friendly competitions, music, and live entertainment. For more information, head to masshire-capeandislands.com. It's time again for the annual town meetings, and this Tuesday, April 25th, the town of Yarmouth will be hosting their town meeting at Mattakees Middle School Auditorium at 6 p.m. On the warrant is Article 18, an article dealing with wastewater. Here's more.
Hi, I'm Rick Bishop, the Executive Director for the Friends of Bass River. I'm also a 12-year member of the Town of Yarmouth Conservation Commission. And I can tell you that this wastewater project for the Town of Yarmouth may be the single most important project in my lifetime. Without question, the water quality has degraded significantly, and it will only get worse. We have an opportunity to vote in favor of this at the April 25th town meeting, Article 18. Please come and vote.
Hello, I'm Jeff Colby, Public Works Director, and many of you have heard that DEP is going to require expensive, innovative, alternative septic systems to remove nitrogen, which does little to meet our water quality targets in beautiful areas like Lewis Bay, Parkers River, and Bass River. Not only are there regulatory impacts, but there's also impacts on property values, businesses, and tourism.
The town's wastewater plan is already approved by the DEP, And it's really the only effective way to protect our environment for future generations. Article 18 is going to ask for the appropriation of $207.2 million for phase one. And that's going to include the wastewater treatment plant and a distribution system. And this project will be completed without a general property tax increase. You know, we've worked very hard to leverage several different financing sources so that we're able to bring this project in at the lowest possible cost to individual property owners. Over 40% of the cost is through the town's short-term rental income. That's tourism funds paying over 40% of the cost of the project. That, together with our district improvement financing, puts together a program where individual betterments to property owners for a 2 to 3 bedroom home will be $15,000.
Hi, I'm Mary Craig. I'm the Vice Chair of the Yarmouth Board of Health, and I'm also a member of the Wastewater Resources Advisory Committee. Sewer systems historically preserve and upgrade the value of homes. I hope that you will join me on April 25th at the town meeting and vote for the warrant 18 and also 19 and 20 for the Yarmouth Wastewater Comprehensive Wastewater Management Program. See you there.
Hi, my name is Mary Vilbon, Executive Director of the Yarmouth Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to encourage you to vote yes on Article 18. We are hoping the Phase 1 wastewater project will spur private investment along Route 28. Please vote yes on Article 18.
Hi, my name is Joe Tierney from the Dennis Yarmouth School Committee. Position Yarmouth for the future. Join me in voting yes on Article 18.
Hi, I'm Mike Stone, Chairman of the Yarmouth Board of Selectmen. Save property owners from costly IA septic systems. Please join me in voting yes on Article 18.
And for more information on the town's wastewater project, visit the Town of Yarmouth website, click on wastewater.
Yarmouth is a beautiful place surrounded by oceans, rivers, and ponds. Please keep it beautiful for me and the next generation.
Coming up after the break, piping plovers, hydrant flushing, and more. Stay tuned. And you're back, and so are the plovers. Here's Christian Garnett with more.
Hey Plover fans! The piping plovers have returned to Cape Cod for the 2023 summer season. Therefore, plover fencing has been installed on multiple Cape Cod beaches to prevent these globally threatened avians during this critical time in their breeding season. Because of our close proximity to these birds, as well as changes to their homes from rising sea levels, these birds are heavily impacted by human beach activity and beach vehicles like ATVs. At this time, there are 9 known plover pairs at West Dennis Beach, 3 plover pairs at Crow's Pasture, 3 to 4 pairs at Chapin Beach, and 1 plover pair at South Village Beach. They must all be protected to limit our negative impact on these threatened birds. In an official statement, the town of Dennis pleaded with beachgoers to respect the plover fencing over the next 3 months. Do not enter closed pathways, and do not cut or remove fencing for access. There was also a reminder that dogs are now required to be on their leash at Crow's Pasture and the west end of West Dennis Beach, as unleashed dogs can disrupt the birds and prolong nesting activities. The plover fencing is expected to last until late summer or early fall at the latest. I'm Christian Garnett, and this is Cape Media News.
The Barnstable High School Art Department is hosting its annual art show on Friday, April 28th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Barnstable High School Library. This event celebrates the creations and accomplishments of BHS art students from various artistic disciplines including fine arts, graphic design, ceramics, animation, filmmaking, woodworking, and fashion design. The exhibit is completely curated by the students and is open to the public for free. Following the annual art show, the BHS Fashion Show will take place from 7 to 8:30 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. BHS fashion design students will showcase and celebrate their hard work with seniors presenting their senior collections and students from all class levels sending their creations down the runway. Tickets for the fashion show are $5 for students and $7 for general admission. Available for purchase at the door. Proceeds will support the BHS fashion program. Snacks will be available before the show and during the intermission. Both events promise to be a showcase of the talent and creativity of the students at the Barnstable High School, and the public is invited to attend and support the art and fashion programs. The annual art show and fashion show offer an exciting evening of artistic inspiration and entertainment for the community to enjoy. The Dennis-Yarmouth regional community lost an integral member of its team this past week. For more on this, here's Ryan Downs.
The DY community mourns the loss of former teacher, coach, and principal Paul Funk this week, as he suddenly passed away last Saturday, April 15th. A Massachusetts native, Funk first came to DY in 2001 when he accepted a teaching and head football coaching position. At the time, the junior varsity football program was hanging on by a thread. Funk instilled a system of discipline that provided great pride and results to the program. During his time as head coach from 2001 to 2018, the Dolphins went 125, 64, and 1. His teams made it to the Super Bowl 3 times, winning championships in 2011 and 2017. Funk was even named New England Patriots Coach of the Year in 2017. In 2019, he hung up his coaching hat in exchange for the principal's position. After 2 decades at DY, Funk had made the leap in moving his family to Duxbury, where he accepted the role to be the high school's next principal. He is survived by his wife and 3 children, and donations can be made in Paul's memory to a scholarship fund established for his children. Checks can be made out to the Funk Children's Scholarship Fund at 5 Crawford Drive, Woburn, Mass. 01801. A GoFundMe campaign has also been set up to support his family, created by the school staff. He was a proud member of the DY community, and it showed through his dedication to his job, players, and students. To honor and celebrate his life and DY legacy, all are welcome to come to the service at DY Regional High School tomorrow, Saturday, April 22nd, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Leave you with a quote from Henry David Thoreau, the great transcendentalist. He said, "What lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are tiny matters compared to what lives within us. You are all special in your own way. You all have the ability to be successful. The Dennis-Yarmouth School District laid the foundation for your educational success, but it is your heart, your soul, your ability to pursue for perfection, and your DY attitude that will enable you to chase your dreams, and that will be your legacy. When you come up here and grab your diploma, this marks the latest stop on your incredible journey. You have made your initial ascent to greatness. Take this opportunity and attack the unknown. Follow your dreams. You have earned the right to be great. I know you'll be successful. Believe in yourself. I know you can do it."
For Cape Media News, I'm Ryan Downs.
You may have noticed the water flushing signs posted around town. For more information, here's Christian Garnett.
The Hyannis Water Department began its routine hydrant flushing this month, which is expected to continue throughout the months of April, May, and beginning of June, weather permitting. The 8-week flushing process involves moving water through the drinking water distribution system at high velocities to clean the line's inner walls and remove naturally occurring debris and sediment by discharging said water through select fire hydrants onto local roads. Flushing the water mains ensures that fire hydrants are operational and allows the hydrant operator to assess the available water pressure for firefighting purposes. Flushing signs will be posted in the areas of work to warn residents during the flushing operation. Residents may experience a slight drop in water pressure or noticeable discoloration of their water. Therefore, people are advised to not use the water in their homes during the flushing period, as the water quality may be temporarily reduced. If the water appears dirty after the designated flushing period, people are advised to run cold tap water closest to their meter without a screen for a few minutes, until the water is running clear. Additionally, the Hyannis Water System Office recommends that customers refrain from doing laundry during flushing operations. For more information, visit townofbarnstable.us/departments/water supply and click on 2023 flushing. For additional concerns or questions, reach out to the Hyannis Water System Office at 508-775-0063. I'm Christian Garnett, and this is Cape Media News.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at the Cape's housing crisis. Stay tuned. Affordable housing, attainable housing, workforce housing. These are all buzzwords used to describe the crisis here on the Cape, each one conjuring up different ideas of what the housing crisis actually is. Decades of NIMBYism, zoning restrictions, and overall inaction from town governments has created an environment that is uninhabitable to an ever-growing portion of the population. A crisis that has only been exacerbated by the pandemic. The Housing Assistance Corporation, after noticing an influx of non-traditional clients unable to find housing anywhere on Cape over the last few years, commissioned a report of the Cape's economy and housing market. The 94-page report, prepared by the Concord Group, offers statistical analysis and insights into what they called the Great Job Housing Mismatch on Cape Cod. An unattainable housing market has led to 50% of the Cape's workforce now having to live off Cape, adding to congestion on the canal bridges. Earlier this month, a local realtor wrote an op-ed in the Cape Cod Times entitled "The Raw Truth About Affordable Housing on Cape Cod." The author likened a community's housing inventory to available seating at a sporting event, stating, quote, "There comes a time when venues and even some communities become sold out. The Boston Red Sox play at Fenway Park, where the capacity is about 37,000. Want to take in a game? No problem. If, of course, you have a ticket. If not, stay home and watch the game on TV. Try the next game. Oh, you like the New England Patriots, or maybe your teenagers want to take in a Taylor Swift concert. Gillette Stadium holds about 65,000 fans. Got tickets? No problem. If not, stay home and watch there. Sorry, sold out. And finally, you like hockey? The Bruins play at TD Garden, where the capacity is 17,000. The capacity for the Boston Celtics is about 19,000. Same recipe. Got tickets? Yes, you come. If not, stay home and wait for next time. Buy a ticket when you can afford one or can even get one." The problem with the author's analogy is that housing, unlike a sporting or entertainment event, is a fundamental need. Consider for a moment Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The basic physiological needs for a human being are breathing, food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. I reached out to the author to see if I could get him to elaborate on his analogy, and he agreed to speak with me from his second home in Florida. Oh yeah, actually, after speaking with me, the author rescinded his agreement to comment and made sure that I knew that I no longer had his permission to say his name or use any of the comments he made in our interview. But I can assure you he didn't say anything different than in his article. I sat down this week with a local family who has resorted to reaching out to a celebrity to help their friends find housing on Cape.
He asked to borrow my computer, and I opened up a Word document for him, and we kind of had talked about the idea in the car on the way home about him, maybe it's a good idea to write Mr. Beast a letter because, Mr. Beast is always doing really nice things for people.
Because my friend is renting a house, and the owners decided that they want to sell the house. So one night I was just like, I have to do something about this, so I wrote a letter to him.
And we've been looking for months and months and months for housing for his friend's family, and we couldn't, we haven't come up with anything, and so we thought, what a great idea, and really just to bring the housing crisis to the surface too. So anyway, we got home and he typed out this beautiful letter to Mr. Beast, and his sister and him drew some pictures for Mr. Beast too. So
he did this thing where kids could send him picture for his studio wall, and we put the letter in there.
I shared the letter on Facebook
and Instagram.
And made my profiles public, and so many people shared it, and it's gone, Cape Cod viral. And the Cape Cod Chronicle picked it up too for a story, and Nolan was on the front page of the paper this week, which was exciting. And we also a lot of people reached out asking how they could help. It might not be because they have a house available, but like what other ways could they help? So we started a GoFundMe. And the reason we did that was we figured it would open up a little bit more of a pool of housing for the family and give them a little bit extra, couple $100 a month for 2 years at least. So we're hoping to find that. We're hoping to find housing for them for at least 2 years. And we've had so many generous donations from people, and it's been really amazing. What I want people to understand is that my 10-year-old son is reaching out to a famous person to try and help him find housing on Cape Cod. And that to me is just testament of the major issue that's happening here. My husband and I own a business here, and my husband, is a general manager for a oyster hatchery. We're middle class, and if we hadn't bought our house when we did, we wouldn't be here. And we're participating, voting citizens in our community. And I think this is just going to be, one of a few several families that we're going to see have issues with this housing. And I hear desperation, so much desperation, and on Facebook about people looking for housing, and constantly people are posting, single mother looking for housing, teacher looking for housing, and I think this is just, if anything, it brings it to the surface again. And
kind of crazy how most 10-year-olds and younger kids know about the housing crisis that's going on. It's
Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, that wasn't something that would even cross my mind as a 10-year-old.
Not at all. I didn't know if my friends rented or were buying. I didn't know any of that. Yeah. And now it's like, these kids are just learning at a young age. So I think, as a community, I think it's important to vote. I think it's important to, speak if you can speak and what you want out of this. But if we want more people, more working class families, and all of these businesses to stay open, really, we need to do more. And I appreciate all the people who are doing more already. So, yeah.
Do you think, as a voting citizen in Harwich here, do you think there's a disconnect between what people think affordable housing is and what is actually the issue here?
Absolutely. I think there's a stigma with affordable housing, like it's going to be, there's going to be more crime and there's going to be violence and all these ideas of like poor people, but it's not the case anymore. I mean, affordable housing is helping a community stay sustainable and flourish, and that's the only way that most of these businesses are going to be able to be successful and keep their doors open. You have moms, you have teachers, you have hospital workers, you have everyone that's like participating in the community that need housing and fall in that criteria. So I think there's a huge stigma behind it, and I think it's unfortunate because I think it's absolutely crucial to have more of that on the Cape, especially when there's the other side of it with like such high-end housing. I think in Chatham, the average house sale right now is $1.2 million. What's that going to do for Chatham, And you have all these year-round, you have businesses, summer businesses, but you have year-round businesses, and how are they going to really sustainably stay open if this isn't an option? So.
Nolan brings up a sobering point. The housing crisis has reached the point that 10-year-olds are worrying about it. Something has to change. Continuing to view the housing crisis through the lens of not in my backyard will inevitably lead to a community that won't have the essential services it needs in its backyard either. As the situation worsens, forcing the working age year-round population to leave, the wealthy retiree population, which contributes minimally to the year-round economy, will grow, requiring them to either leave as well or live in a community that can't take care of them as they age. To learn more about the Concord Report and ways that you can help, go to housingtoprotectcapecod.org. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you have a story you'd like to see covered, send us an email at newstip@capemedia.org. And tune in next week for more hyper-local news that matters on Channel 99, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. For Cape Media News, I'm Mitch Suck.